From towering penthouses in the clouds to sprawling suburban fortresses, Chicago's black billionaires and multi-millionaire moguls command some of the most spectacular real estate in the Midwest. Forget ordinary luxury, these are architectural masterpieces featuring regulation NBA courts, 16-foot ceilings, and impenetrable security perimeters. In a city defined by its iconic skyline and historic neighborhoods, these titans of sports, media, and business have built private kingdoms that redefine wealth. Buckle up, because the legendary compound at number 1 is something you have to see to believe. Number 7. Chance the Rapper, the Bannockburn French Country Estate. We begin our cinematic journey through Chicago's most elite real estate by heading 30 miles north of the bustling city grid into the ultra-exclusive, heavily forested enclaves of Lake County. Here, Chancellor Jonathan Bennett, globally known as Chance the Rapper, laid down permanent roots in a spectacular suburban fortress. Born and raised in the West Chatham neighborhood on Chicago's South Side, Chance's rise from an independent artist to a 3-time Grammy award-winning global superstar is the ultimate modern success story. To match his colossal achievements in the music industry, he and his wife Kirsten purchased a breathtaking French country-style estate in the affluent village of Bannockburn for a reported $2.3 million. It was a brilliant, highly calculated real estate maneuver. The remarkable home had lingered on the market for nearly a decade, originally debuting with an ambitious asking price of $3.29 million. The property itself is an absolute masterclass in sprawling, pastoral luxury, offering the kind of absolute, uncompromising privacy that A-list celebrities crave away from the flashing cameras. Situated on an expansive 3.7 acres in the prestigious Bannockburn Bray community, the estate is completely shielded from public view by dense, natural landscaping and towering, mature trees. The architecture radiates timeless European elegance, featuring a classic, heavy stone facade, steeply pitched roofs, and an imposing 4-car garage built specifically to house a fleet of luxury vehicles. Spanning an immense 9,251 square feet of meticulously designed interior living space, the home boasts 5 sprawling bedrooms and 6.5 pristine bathrooms. Stepping through the grand front doors, visitors are immediately greeted by a soaring foyer that establishes the home's impressive, cavernous scale. The layout flows seamlessly into a magnificent great room, beautifully anchored by an authentic Iowa barn-beamed ceiling that adds an incredible layer of rustic warmth to the otherwise highly polished, contemporary design. Multiple oversized fireplaces warm the expansive living spaces, while custom built-in shelving lines the walls. 2 sets of heavy French doors open outward from the great room, dissolving the barrier between the indoor spaces and the lavish outdoor patio and swimming pool area. The undisputed heart of the home is the French country-inspired gourmet kitchen. It is an absolute culinary dream, designed around a massive center island completely draped in premium granite countertops. Custom artisan cabinetry hides a staggering array of top-tier appliances, including a professional-grade Thermador range, double convection ovens, a massive Sub-Zero refrigerator, and dual Miele dishwashers fully capable of handling the aftermath of massive family gatherings. Adjacent to the kitchen is a sun-drenched breakfast room enveloped by windows, offering serene, uninterrupted views of the private wooded backyard. For a working musician, the main floor is highly functional, featuring a formal library, a dedicated music room, and a massive home office complete with a private entrance and a dedicated recording studio space. Moving to the second level, the primary suite is a true sanctuary, featuring its own private sitting area, a romantic fireplace, and a massive spa-quality ensuite bathroom lined with luxury stone. But the lower level is where the estate truly becomes an entertainment utopia. This subterranean playground is perfectly outfitted with a full-scale game room, a custom wet bar, a sprawling home gymnasium, and a state-of-the-art cinematic movie theater. It is a stunning, private kingdom that perfectly bridges Chance's beloved Chicago roots with next-level suburban opulence. Number 6. Steve Harvey, the 88th floor Sky Palace. Moving from the sprawling, quiet acreage of the northern suburbs, we plummet directly into the electric, pulsing heart of downtown Chicago, where our next titan conquered the skyline itself. When legendary comedian and media mogul Steve Harvey relocated his massively successful syndicated daytime television show to NBC Tower in Chicago. He required a residence that perfectly matched his larger-than-life persona. He didn't just look for a high-end home. He looked for a throne overlooking the world. He found it high in the clouds, securing a jaw-dropping rental on the 88th floor of the world-renowned Trump International Hotel and Tower. Renting this spectacular half-floor penthouse cost an eye-watering $22,000 per month, but for a television icon operating at the absolute peak of his illustrious career, it was simply the cost of doing business at the highest possible level. The building itself, brilliantly designed by the legendary architectural firm Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, is a breathtaking masterpiece of modern contextualist design. Rising a staggering 1,388 feet above the historic Chicago River, its silvery stainless steel facade is an iconic, shimmering fixture of the city skyline. Harvey's 88th floor sanctuary spanned an immense 5,500 square feet, offering a living experience that most humans will never be able to comprehend. What made this sky palace truly extraordinary and an absolute engineering marvel for a high-rise situated nearly 90 stories in the air were the staggering 16-foot ceilings. In most luxury skyscrapers, ceilings rarely exceed 10 feet due to strict structural and wind load constraints. But this specific penthouse was custom designed to feel like a soaring, open-air cathedral. Massive floor-to-ceiling windows wrapped completely around the entire perimeter of the unit, offering a literal bird's-eye view that was nothing short of cinematic. From the comfort of the living room, Harvey could look down upon the historic Wrigley Building, marvel at the vast ocean-like expanse of Lake Michigan, and watch the glowing grid of the city stretch out to the distant horizon. The interior design was unapologetically grand, characterized by thick custom crown molding, highly polished hardwood floors, and 3 magnificent custom-built fireplaces that anchored the massive living and formal dining areas. It was an environment precision-built for high-level entertaining, featuring a sprawling chef's kitchen, an opulent primary suite, and an open layout that prioritized sweeping, uninterrupted sightlines of the magnificent city below. Harvey proudly called this high-altitude masterpiece home for 5 years, living in absolute insulated luxury while completely dominating the daytime television ratings. When Harvey eventually packed up and relocated his production empire to Los Angeles in 2017, this spectacular penthouse hit the open market. It was swiftly purchased by a private investor for an incredible $7.7 million. At the time, that monumental transaction broke local real estate records, commanding roughly $1,400 per square foot, the highest price ever paid for a single unit in the building. It remains a legendary piece of Chicago real estate history, proving once and for all that when true entertainment royalty comes to the Windy City, they settle for nothing less than the very top of the world. Number 5. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, the Gold Coast Victorian Retreat. While Steve Harvey opted for hyper-modern sky-high glass and steel, our next Hollywood power couple decided to fully embrace the deep, gilded history of Chicago's old world elite. When 3-time NBA champion Dwayne Wade made his highly publicized, deeply emotional return to his hometown to play for the iconic Chicago Bulls, he and his wife, acclaimed actress Gabrielle Union, needed a residence that accurately reflected their status as absolute royalty. They bypassed the modern high-rises completely and instead leased a breathtaking, historically significant mansion nestled in the ultra-exclusive Gold Coast neighborhood. Located right on the prestigious, heavily tree-lined North State Parkway, this spectacular 10,250 square foot estate is a true masterclass in 19th century architecture, seamlessly fused with cutting-edge 21st century technology. Built back in 1883, the Queen Anne-style Victorian mansion is a celebrated neighborhood landmark, so immaculately preserved and thoughtfully updated over the decades that it was rightfully awarded the prestigious Gold Coast House Beautiful Award. The exterior of the grand home commands immense respect immediately, featuring highly ornate, historical brickwork, steeply pitched gables, and a brilliantly engineered heated driveway that magically melts Chicago's notorious winter snow on contact, ensuring that Wade's impressive fleet of luxury vehicles never lost traction. Stepping through the massive front doors, you are instantly transported into a world of refined, unapologetic elegance. The grand foyer is beautifully illuminated by original, meticulously restored beveled glass windows that cast intricate geometric shadows across the pristine, hand-laid hardwood floors. The main level flows effortlessly from a formal parlor-style living room right into a staggering, custom-designed white chef's kitchen. This culinary masterpiece features thick slabs of premium marble countertops, state-of-the-art stainless steel commercial appliances, and bespoke cabinetry that reaches dramatically toward the towering 10-foot ceilings. The primary residence boasts 7 massive bedrooms and 6.5 luxurious bathrooms, offering endless space for extended family, VIP guests, and private staff. The primary suite is a private retreat unto itself, complete with spa-quality bathing facilities and cavernous walk-in closets completely fit for Hollywood royalty. But the home's true entertainment power lies quietly beneath the surface. The fully finished basement was completely transformed into a high-end subterranean lounge, featuring a jaw-dropping 148-inch cinematic projection screen that essentially serves as a private commercial movie theater. Directly adjacent to the screening room is a massive, custom-built, 720-bottle, climate-controlled wine refrigerator, ensuring that every expensive vintage is kept at the absolute perfect temperature. To top it all off, the vast estate features complete, whole-house smart home automation, allowing the famous couple to control lighting, climate, security, and surround sound audio with the simple touch of a button. The property also includes an attached 3-car garage, a massive rarity in the historically dense Gold Coast neighborhood, and a stunning 1,250-square-foot coach house that serves as a completely independent apartment for visiting guests or private household staff. It is the perfect, seamless intersection of historic Chicago grandeur and modern billionaire-tier luxury. Number 4. Barack and Michelle Obama, the Kenwood Georgian Fortress. Long before they ever occupied the Oval Office at the White House, Barack and Michelle Obama anchored their lives deeply on the south side of Chicago. In 2005, following his monumental election to the United States Senate, the power couple purchased a magnificent, historic estate in the quiet Kenwood neighborhood for $1.65 million. Today, this property is not merely a mansion. It is a heavily fortified historic landmark that serves as the official Midwestern base of operations for the 44th President of the United States. Kenwood has long been known as one of Chicago's most affluent, diverse, and architecturally significant neighborhoods. It is a unique, historic enclave that has historically housed early industrialists, modern innovators, and legendary civil rights leaders. The Obama Estate, located precisely at 5046 South Greenwood Avenue, is a stunning textbook example of classic Georgian Revival architecture. Originally built in 1910, the stately, 3-story red brick mansion exudes a timeless, quiet authority that perfectly matches its owners. Situated on a massive, highly coveted double lot, the home spans approximately 6,500 square feet, featuring a perfectly symmetrical front facade, massive white columns flanking the entryway, and manicured lush green lawns that stretch beautifully across the pristine grounds. Inside, the historic home features 14 expansive rooms, including 6 large bedrooms and 5.5 meticulously updated bathrooms. The interior layout was carefully designed for both rigorous intellectual work and warm, inviting family gatherings. The residence boasts a massive 22 by 15-foot formal library, complete with rich custom wood paneling and towering floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. The very room where Obama likely drafted pivotal campaign speeches and meticulously planned his historic, world-changing ascent to the presidency. The main floor also features a sprawling 38 by 36-foot family room and an enormous 20 by 20-foot gourmet kitchen fully equipped with premium luxury finishes, proudly serving as the bustling, lively heart of the home. The primary bedroom is a generous 19 by 14-foot sanctuary, offering the couple complete privacy and ultimate comfort. But what truly elevates this historic mansion into the ultimate next-level stratosphere is the unbelievable military-grade security apparatus that completely surrounds it. Following his historic 2008 election, the quiet, picturesque tree-lined street was fundamentally transformed into a high-security presidential fortress. The perimeter is heavily and constantly guarded by the United States Secret Service and the Chicago Police Department. Massive concrete barricades permanently block unauthorized vehicular access. Heavily armed guard booths flank the property lines, and the airspace directly above the home is strictly restricted by the federal government. No other private residential property in the entire city of Chicago carries this level of absolute, impenetrable security. It is a home that radiates immense historical weight, proudly standing as a permanent monument to Black excellence and the ultimate realization of the American dream. Number 3. Oprah Winfrey, the Water Tower Place Empire. If the Obama estate represents quiet, dignified political power, our next legendary property represents absolute, loud, world-conquering media dominance. For over 2 incredible decades, Oprah Winfrey was the undisputed queen of Chicago, broadcasting her globally syndicated, culture-defining television show from Harpo Studios in the West Loop. As her massive cultural influence, extreme wealth, and eventual billionaire status skyrocketed, she decided she didn't just want to live in the city. She wanted to completely own the skyline. In 1986, Oprah purchased a single, beautiful luxury condominium in the iconic Water Tower Place, a towering 859-foot mixed-use skyscraper situated squarely on the world-famous Magnificent Mile. But for a visionary billionaire media mogul, one apartment is simply never enough. Over the course of the next decade, Oprah systematically and quietly purchased 3 additional, adjacent condominiums, engaging high-end, world-class architects to knock down the thick structural walls and seamlessly fuse them together into one cohesive unit. The final result was a staggering, entirely unprecedented 9,625-square-foot duplex mega penthouse that consumed the entirety of the building's massive 56th floor. This sky-high empire was a true architectural marvel. The expansive perimeter of the home featured 25 oversized windows, all fully equipped with automated motorized shades. Because of the building's prime, highly coveted location, these massive windows framed jaw-dropping, 360-degree panoramic views of the city. Looking out from her living room, Oprah could see the bustling Navy Pier to the east, the sprawling, ocean-like expanse of Lake Michigan, and the beautifully curving coastline stretching all the way north to Evanston. The interior was an absolute masterclass in highly customized, bespoke luxury tailored specifically to her tastes. The sprawling floor plan featured 5 massive bedrooms, 7 opulent bathrooms, several formal libraries for her massive book collection, and multiple sprawling living areas specifically designed to host the most powerful, influential figures in global entertainment and politics. The culinary setup was equally mind-boggling, featuring 2 distinct, completely oversized eat-in kitchens. These vast culinary spaces were fully loaded with every conceivable modern luxury, including top-of-the-line Wolf steam and convection ovens, a rapid electric induction cooktop, commercial-grade Sub-Zero refrigeration units, and 2 massive 40-bottle Sub-Zero wine coolers. The primary suite was a private sanctuary of unimaginable proportions, featuring a massive, spa-quality luxury bathroom and 2 cavernous walk-in closets that easily rivaled the inventory of high-end, luxury department stores. The entire sweeping residence was hardwired with a state-of-the-art Elan smart home system, allowing instantaneous, seamless control over the home's lighting, climate, automated shades, and multi-room audio. Furthermore, because Water Tower Place is physically connected to the ultra-luxurious Ritz-Carlton Hotel, Oprah lived a highly exclusive vertical resort lifestyle, enjoying 24/7 5-star room service, elite concierge support, and highly private access to the hotel's premium fitness center and indoor pool. Though she eventually disassembled the massive mega unit and sold the individual condos after relocating to her sprawling California estate, Oprah's Water Tower Place empire remains one of the most legendary, highly ambitious real estate maneuvers in Chicago's long architectural history. Number 2. Mellody Hobson, the Streeterville Sky Compound. While Oprah's historic dominance of the Chicago skyline is the stuff of absolute real estate legend, a new billionaire power couple is currently completely rewriting the city's record books. Mellody Hobson, a proud Chicago native and the brilliant, highly successful co-CEO of Ariel Investments, along with her husband, billionaire Star Wars creator George Lucas, are currently executing a real estate project so massive and wildly expensive that it is sending permanent shockwaves through the entire luxury market. They are developing what will become the most expensive finished condominium in the entire history of Chicago. The couple ambitiously set their sights on Park Tower, a highly exclusive 844-foot skyscraper brilliantly located at 800 North Michigan Avenue in the upscale, highly desirable Streeterville neighborhood. Back in 2015, they made massive headlines by purchasing a sprawling 8,000-square-foot luxury unit on the 65th floor for an incredible $18.75 million. But their vision for a Midwestern base was far grander. In 2023, brilliantly utilizing a Delaware-based LLC to shield their identities from the public eye, they quietly purchased the 8,000-square-foot penthouse directly above them on the 66th floor, paying an additional $11.2 million to Billionaire Citadel founder Ken Griffin. Now, Hobson and Lucas are actively pouring millions more into a massive, highly complex architectural construction project to seamlessly merge the two floors into a single, mind-bending 16,000-square-foot duplex penthouse. Is accurately estimated at an unbelievable value of $157 million, is accurately estimated at an unbelievable $33.5 million. This astronomical figure completely obliterates previous Chicago real estate records, confidently surpassing even the legendary $20.5 million sales recorded at the nearby St. Regis Tower. To flawlessly execute this architectural triumph, the couple hired highly renowned award-winning architect Scott Fortman. The intensive construction process requires physically carving through the thick, heavily reinforced concrete floor plates of the skyscraper to safely integrate two brand-new sweeping interior staircases. The massive project also demands extensive, highly expensive upgrades to the building's core electrical and mechanical systems just to properly support the sheer scale and massive technological demands of the new mega-duplex. When finally finished, this sky mansion will feature soaring, custom-height ceilings, massive wraparound outdoor terraces, and completely unobstructed god-tier views of Lake Michigan and the magnificent downtown Chicago skyline. It is a stunning, undeniable display of extreme financial power and boundless architectural ambition, thoroughly proving that Hobson and Lucas are creating a legendary legacy property that will confidently stand as the ultimate crown jewel of Chicago real estate for many decades to come. Number 1. Michael Jordan, the Highland Park legend. We have finally arrived at the absolute pinnacle of luxury real estate. While a $33.5 million mega penthouse in the sky is absolutely staggering, it simply cannot match the sheer, uncompromising physical footprint of our number 1 property. This is not merely a mansion. It is a sprawling 56,000-square-foot compound. It is a permanent physical monument built from the ground up by the greatest basketball player to ever walk the earth. Michael Jordan's legendary custom-built 7-acre estate in Highland Park is the undisputed heavyweight king of Chicago real estate. From the exact moment you approach the massive property, you know without a doubt that you are entering sacred, historic ground. The massive, heavy iron front gates are custom forged with his iconic number 23, proudly serving as a recognized global symbol of athletic supremacy. Passing securely through those gates, you enter a deeply secluded, intensely private world fit for a global icon. The sprawling 7.39-acre lot is completely enveloped by a dense, living fence composed of over 150 towering, mature evergreens, effectively shielding the massive estate from any prying eyes or paparazzi. The main residence itself is a breathtaking contemporary masterpiece of staggering, almost unbelievable proportions. It features 9 massive bedrooms, 15 full bathrooms, and 4 additional half bathrooms to accommodate guests. The interior architecture is beautifully defined by sweeping, elegant curved lines and soaring, massive volumes of open space. The 2-story formal living room is truly breathtaking, featuring elegant cove ceilings and a dramatic, sweeping sequence of 10 massive floor-to-ceiling windows that perfectly frame the lush, beautifully manicured landscaping outside. The gourmet kitchen is a true commercial-grade culinary facility, heavily equipped with a massive ventilated island, a premium gas Gaggenau cooktop, dual high-end convection ovens, a specialized combination steam oven, and 2 heavy-duty commercial dishwashers. This culinary center flows effortlessly into a stunning, fully glass-walled rotunda dining room that opens directly onto an expansive, beautiful stone terrace. But the true magic of Jordan's legendary estate lies in its bespoke, highly personalized, ultra-luxurious amenities. Descending to the lower level, VIP guests are warmly welcomed into the legendary Gentleman's Retreat. The grand entrance to this highly private sanctuary is beautifully framed by the original historic heavy wood doors famously salvaged from the original Chicago Playboy Mansion. Inside, the masculine space features a classic, high-end billiard parlor, a sprawling intellectual library, a dedicated professional wine tasting room, a fully stocked custom wet bar, a bespoke walk-in cigar humidor, and a massive drop-down cinematic video screen. The home incredibly even features a fully equipped, professional-grade in-house beauty and grooming salon. Stepping outside, a stunning resort-style pool pavilion seamlessly connects the main house to a luxurious, private 3-bedroom guest wing. The massive circular infinity pool is ingeniously covered by an electric, fully retractable canopy that can magically transform the space from a warm indoor oasis to a brilliant open-air sun deck at the absolute push of a button. Completely surrounding the gorgeous pavilion are a private, pristine professional putting green, a full-sized outdoor tennis court, a fully stocked private pond, and a massive, climate-controlled 14-car garage. However, the absolute undisputed crown jewel of the compound, the one specific space that makes this estate entirely globally legendary, is the massive athletic wing. Jordan literally built a regulation-sized, NBA-quality basketball gymnasium directly into the architecture of the home. The custom-laid hardwood court is proudly emblazoned with his iconic signature logo and comes completely fully equipped with professional-grade locker rooms, high-pressure sports showers, and a unique circular glass-enclosed observation lounge outfitted with premium luxury leather seating and a massive built-in HTDV, allowing his VIP guests to comfortably watch highly competitive pickup games in absolute style. Originally listed for a staggering $29 million, the massive property has seen multiple strategic price adjustments over the years. Currently, it sits beautifully at $14.855 million, a highly intentional, deeply symbolic figure as the specific numbers 1, 4, 8, 5, and 5 perfectly add up to his iconic 23. It is massive, uncompromising, and absolutely legendary. It is the ultimate perfect expression of billionaire wealth, perfectly reflecting the completely unmatched competitive spirit and enduring global legacy of his Airness himself. So there you have it. These incredible mansions are more than just expensive homes. They are towering monuments to boundless ambition, relentless resilience, and monumental success, woven directly into the rich architectural fabric of the Windy City. Which of these spectacular Chicago properties blew your mind the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe to Black Status for more exclusive tours into the world of extraordinary wealth.